After months of waiting, my cantaloupe vine finally gave me a fruit. This is the second time I'm growing cantaloupe, and even though the yield wasn't what I expected, the size of this one fruit makes it all worth it. Already digging in. What? I need to harvest you immediately. Critters had already started eating it, so I harvested it before they could finish it for me. I gave it my best shot, and I am grateful for what the plant gave me back. Easily, easily. The first time I grew cantaloupe was about 3 years ago. It was also the first time I tasted cantaloupe in my entire life, and I fell in love with it instantly. It was sweet and juicy and also refreshing. I couldn't believe I had grown that myself. That first experience stuck with me, and I promised myself that I would grow cantaloupe again if I see the seeds. So this year around June, I planted my second cantaloupe. This season actually started out really well. I got seeds and the germination rate was really good. So I planted it all over my garden. I was so proud of how strong they looked and how well they were doing. But the rains came and they didn't stop. The constant moisture brought mildew, and slowly, one after another, the plants began to die off. It was heartbreaking to watch. Mildew is a fungal disease that appears as a white or gray powder coating on the leaves, stems, and sometimes fruit of the plants. It thrives in humid, wet conditions like during the rainy season, and it will spread fast if the plant is not getting enough sunlight or airflow. What it does is it blocks sunlight. The mildew covers the leaf surface, making it hard for the plants to absorb sunlight for photosynthesis. This weakens the plant over time. It also drains energy from the plant. The plant uses up its energy fighting the infection instead of producing flowers or fruit, so growth slows down drastically. Infected leaves would eventually dry out, coil, and die off, leaving the plant unable to feed itself. And because the plant is weak, it reduces or stops fruiting. Flowers fall off before forming fruit. Even if the fruit form, they are often smaller or deformed. Spores move through wind, rain splash, or touch if you touch them. So one infected vine can spread it to nearby plants quickly. Because I have planted during the rainy months, my garden stayed wet for a long time. And that's the perfect environment for mildew to thrive. Cantaloupe prefers dry air, warm temperature, and lots of sun. So the excess rain made my vine vulnerable. I lost so many vines, but one bed remained, one stubborn vine that refused to give up. It fought through the mildew and kept growing quietly, even when I thought everything was gone. I had a lot of flowers, both male and female flowers, but none of them made it to the next stage, so I didn't expect much anymore. Then one day I decided to check, and to my surprise, there it was, a big beautiful cantaloupe hiding under the leaves. I never even saw this one as a flower. It had been growing all along, silently, while I thought the season was lost. One thing my plant life teaches me is that sometimes, even when things look like they failed, life is still happening quietly beneath the surface. And that's how this single fruit became a symbol of perseverance for me. I can already smell it. Oh my god, this is getting ready to be ready. Okay, I'll show you what the under looks like. until this netting covers, and then this dark green turns to light green. Then the cantaloupe is ready for harvest. And then one morning it was finally ready. How did I know? I went to check on the vine and saw that something had started eating my cantaloupe. I didn't even think twice. I picked it immediately. In fact, few days ago I could smell the cantaloupe, so I knew it would be time for harvest very soon. When I held this cantaloupe in my hand, all the waiting and all the work I had put into it felt worth it. After harvesting this one, I decided to do a little research about where cantaloupe actually comes from. It's obviously not native to Africa, so I found out that it originated from Persia, which is now modern day Iran, and parts of India. From there, traders carried it through the Middle East into Europe. In Italy, monks in a small town called Cantaloupe began growing it around the 1400s. That's actually where the name cantaloupe came from. It's a fruit that loves the sun. It loves warm weather, dry air, and a light sandy soil. And I am here growing it in the middle of heavy rains. But that's how we learn. Every season will reveal something new. The mistakes becomes lessons and the lessons becomes experience. When I finally cut it open, it was so beautiful. The color, the scent, and the sweetness, everything about it made me smile. I'll definitely be saving seeds from this cantaloupe to plant again, because now I know the best time to grow it here in Africa is from October, when the dry season begins. I love how gardening can be an endless classroom. You fail, you learn, and you try again. But I couldn't get over the smell of cantaloupe. It's so addictive. I kept smelling it. And now it's time to taste the actual fruit. Remember, I haven't had this in 3 years since the first time I grew it, which happens to be the first time I was also tasting it. So this will be the second time I am tasting cantaloupe. So I'm cutting off the bad part, which is the part the critters ate. I am grateful for this yield, regardless of how it turned out. The yield wasn't what I hoped for, but it was enough to remind me that every season brings a lesson, and this one taught me the value of timing, sunlight, and perseverance. This cantaloupe was planted from seeds in June, and by October, I'm already reaping the fruit of my labor. So I'll be saving a lot. And I love that I'll be saving seeds from my harvest as well. Cantaloupe has a unique, refreshing, and almost addictive flavor that sets it apart from most fruits. When it is perfectly ripe, it tastes sweet, floral, and slightly musky with a juicy, velvety texture that melts in your mouth. The flesh is usually a rich orange or peachy color. It gives off a distinct aroma that is both fruity and perfumed, signaling its ripeness even before you cut into it. When you take a bite, there's a burst of sweetness balanced by a mild tang. And if it's chilled, the cool juiciness makes it feel like nature's own dessert on a hot day. The flavor is like a cross between mango, honey, and pear, but lighter and more delicate.
Oh my
Did you
god,
know that
this is
cantaloupe was once
amazing.
a luxury fruit? And the
This was
history of it
just
being a luxury
amazing.
fruit dates back to Europe's royal court. It's believed to have been cultivated in the papal gardens
All
of
of the seeds.
Cantalupo. Cantalupo is in Italy, and that's where the name was gotten from. After it was brought from Armenia or Persia around the 15th century, because it was difficult to transport and required careful cultivation, only the wealthy and noble families could enjoy it. In those times, fresh fruit was rare and seasonal, and cantaloupe's sweet fragrance and soft flesh made it a prized delicacy served at banquets and royal feasts. Even when it got to France and England, it remained a symbol of sophistication and status, often grown in private greenhouses or melon houses. It wasn't until modern agriculture and global trade that cantaloupe became accessible to ordinary people. But even today, that royal reputation and its exotic flavor makes it feel like a luxury from nature. Another reason why cantaloupe is special is because of its numerous health benefits. It is rich in vitamin A and C. Cantaloupe is loaded with beta carotene, which your body converts to vitamin A, and it is essential for healthy eyes, glowing skin, and a strong immune system. It also provides a high boost of vitamin C, which helps repair tissues and fight infections. Cantaloupe also supports hydration. It is made up of 90% water, making it perfect for keeping your body hydrated, especially in hot weather. This high water content also helps with digestion and detoxification. Cantaloupe contains potassium and folate, which will help regulate blood pressure and support heart function. Its antioxidants also reduce inflammation that can affect cardiovascular health. Anything for the skin, yeah? Cantaloupe improves skin health. The mix of vitamin A, C, and water hydrates your skin from the inside out. Many people notice smoother, more radiant skin when they eat hydrating fruits like cantaloupe regularly. Cantaloupe is sweet and satisfying but very low in calories. It makes it a great snack for anyone watching their weight or trying to eat clean. I'm sowing some seeds right away and I'm going to use the paper towel method. And the rest of the seeds, I'll be drying it and storing them. I'm going to go ahead and sow some of these seeds. Okay, all the seeds and then finish.